All right, good evening, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports. We're going to start a few minutes early here tonight. We have another NFL triple header for you tonight. We'll start things off with the Kansas City Chiefs and the Houston Texans. That'll be the first game of our triple header. And then we'll have the Giants and the Eagles, and that'll be followed by the Broncos and the Chargers. This first game, Kansas City and Houston, has absolutely no bearing on the playoffs whatsoever. Both these teams have been eliminated from the playoffs, and that's it. Both teams have been eliminated, and so they're just playing out the schedule. The second game, the Giants and the Eagles, the Giants can wrap up the NFC East with a win tonight. And the Chargers and the Broncos, the winner of that game gets one step closer to clinching a playoff spot. We'll get more on that a little bit later on. All right, Evil Dead is on the season now. 112-75. He is 37 games over 500. And TMG, he won't be here tonight, but he's 13-10. If you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell. Let's head out to Houston for this one. Chiefs Texans here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. It's the Chiefs and the Texans. Welcome in to another NFL broadcast here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Thursday night, the first of 3 games. I'm sure Evil Dead will be along here shortly. He's probably driving home from work. He usually does about this hour. Both teams not going to be making the playoffs. Both have been eliminated, just playing out the schedule. There's the kickoff. The Chiefs will get the ball first from the 3-yard line. On the return, number 82, that's Cam Robinson. And Robinson makes his way out to the 26-yard line. 1st and 10, Kansas City, led by their starting quarterback, Jim Townsend, in his 3rd year out of Washington State. Kansas City at 5-9, the Texans at 4-10. Kansas City will have it 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line as we start the first quarter. 4 wide, single back, Townsend in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Townsend looking. Townsend in trouble. And Townsend goes down. A 3-yard loss on the sack. Making the sack is Crawford. Bruce Crawford, the 6th-year defensive end out of Nebraska. A loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13. These two teams played earlier in the season, a few weeks back, in Kansas City. The Chiefs won that game in overtime. In fact, the Texans have played 3 overtime games. They've lost all 3 of them. On 2nd and 13, 4 wide, Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend hands off to Von Manning, and Manning picks up 5 yards out to the 29-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8. Kansas City trying to avoid going 3 and out on the opening drive. They have it 3rd and 8 from the 29-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. Townsend looking. Townsend in trouble. Rolls out. Townsend gets taken down back at the 22-yard line. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. Kevin Terrell making the sack in his 2nd year out of West Virginia. Kansas City goes 3 and out. It'll be 4th and 14. For the Chiefs, they'll have to punt. Kenneth Arnold will come on to punt. Thank you, Evil Dead. Going with the Texans. Arnold gets the punt away. This will be fielded at the 28-yard line. On the return, number 82, that's Cam Robinson, as he brings it out to the 31-yard line. And that's where Houston will have it, 1st and 10. Their starting quarterback, Davis Warren, the rookie out of Michigan. Evil Dead is 112-75, 37 games over 500. If he gets all three tonight, he can get to 40. Giants Eagles up after this, and Chargers Broncos after that. 1st and 10 from the 31-yard line. This game here, a meaningless game. Both teams losing records, both teams out of the playoffs. 4 wide, 1st and 10. Warren hands off to Travion Henderson. And Henderson, 3 yards out to the 34-yard line, bring up 2nd and 7. Henderson, the rookie out of Ohio State. It'll be 2nd and 7 for Houston at their own 34-yard line. Texans come out. Warren under center. Warren fakes the handoff this time. Throws downfield. Caught. Making the catch, Xavier Hayes down to the 28-yard line. That's a 28-yard gain by Xavier Hayes, the 5th-year receiver out of Arizona State. 1st down, Houston. Evil Dead took the Texans in this one. First and 10 from the 28-yard line. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield. Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back, looking. Warren, he's going to take off. And Warren slides at the 22-yard line. A gain of 6, and that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Davis Warren, the rookie quarterback out of Michigan. .5:27 and counting here in the first quarter. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun. Warren hands off to Henderson, and Travion Henderson to the 16. A gain of 6 and a Houston first down. On the tackle, number 98, Kevin Crawford, in his 6th year out of Connecticut, the defensive end. 1st and 10, Houston, from the Kansas City 16. 4 wide, Warren in the gun. Warren to Henderson, and Henderson to the 13-yard line. A gain of 3, that'll bring up 2nd and 7. Long opening drive for the Texans, marching down the field, down to the Kansas City 13-yard line. Houston comes out, everybody in tight. Warren under center. Warren hands off to Henderson, and Henderson picks up 2 yards to the 11-yard line. Leon Holmes, the linebacker, on the tackle in his 4th year out of Arkansas. And that'll bring up 3rd and 5 from the 11-yard line. The first of 3 games tonight. 3rd and 5 from the 11. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Throws to the end zone. Throws underneath. But touchdown. Scott Sims. An 11-yard touchdown catch by the tight end in his 3rd year out of Dartmouth. And Houston takes the opening kickoff, marches down the field, and they get a touchdown. Nice opening drive by the Texans. And now John Kim will come on for the extra point, the rookie out of Michigan State, to tack on the PAT. Kick is up, and it's good. Houston leads at 7-0. A 7-play, 70-yard drive for the Texans. 3:58 left in the first quarter here at NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead. Great to have you along on this Thursday. John Kim will kick off for Houston. Kansas City had the ball first. They went 3 and out. And then the Texans score on their opening drive. There's the kickoff from the 7-yard line. On the return is Trey Graham. And Graham brings it out to the 28-yard line. The 5th-year receiver out of Washington. And now Jim Townsend will come back out to lead the Kansas City offense. 1st and 10. Down 7-0. Kansas City at 5 and 9. Houston at 4 and 10. 3 receivers to the near side. Townsend in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Townsend looking. Townsend throws outside. Incomplete. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. .348 left here in the first quarter. 2nd and 10 for the Chiefs at their own 28. 4 receivers set wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. Townsend looking. In trouble. Rolls out and throws it away. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 10 as the Texans brought the pressure. 3rd and 10 from the 28-yard line. .343 left in the first quarter. 4 wide. Single back. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend back. Rolls out and gets tackled back at the 19-yard line. A loss of 9. Making the tackle, Bruce Crawford, the 6th-year defensive end out of Nebraska. Boy, the Texans have dominated early on both sides of the ball. That'll be Kansas City's 2nd consecutive 3 and out to start the game. It'll be 4th and 19, back at the 19-yard line. Kenneth Arnold will come on to punt. Arnold gets the punt away. From the 30-yard line on the return, bringing it back is Robinson for the Texans. Cam Robinson, the 2nd-year receiver out of Tennessee. 1st and 10 Houston now from their own 37-yard line. 3:09 left to play. Here in the first quarter, they're up 7-0. Welcome on into Jammin' Sports on this Thursday night. The first game of a triple header. Giants Eagles after this. And then we'll have the Chargers and the Broncos. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line. Warren in the gun. Warren going to take it himself around the outside. And Davis Warren all the way out to the 43-yard line. A 24-yard run by Davis Warren. First down Houston at the Kansas City 43-yard line. Texans on the move again, already up 7-0. Under 3 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Houston comes out. Warren in the shotgun. Henderson in motion. Warren back. Warren throws outside. Caught by Henderson. And Henderson brings it back to the 38-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Yeah, the Texans are juggernauts. They have the worst record in the league at 4 and 10. 4 wide. 2nd and 4 from the 38-yard line. Warren in the gun. Warren hands off to Henderson again. And Travion Henderson will lose a yard, half a yard, be 3rd and 5. Back at the 38-yard line, coming up on 2 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Big 3rd down for the Texans. Houston comes out, 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back to throw. Looking, throws near side. Caught by Scott Sims, the tight end. down to the 29-yard line. A gain of 9 and a Houston first down. That'll keep the drive alive for the Texans. First and 10 from the Kansas City 29-yard line. The roof is closed here in Houston today. It's kind of cold outside in the upper 40s. First and 10 from the 29. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Warren dumps it off. Making the catch, Xavier Hayes. He only picks up a yard out to the 28-yard line, and that'll bring up 2nd and 9. 1:20 and counting here in the first quarter. Evil Dead's here with me tonight. I hope he's doing well. On 2nd down, 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Throws a swing pass to Hayes, who gets out to the 25. And that'll be a gain of 3. That's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Under a minute left in the first quarter. Texans up 7-0. They're already in field goal range once again. 3rd and 6 from the Kansas City 25-yard line. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back. Warren looking. Throws. Dumps it off. Caught by Henderson down. Oh, he dropped it. Incomplete. Incomplete. He dropped it. And that'll stop the clock with 35 seconds left here in the first quarter. And now the Texans will kick a field goal. This will be a 42-yard attempt by John Kim. It'll put the Texans up by 10. From 42 yards. Kick is up. And the kick is good. Texans lead it 10-0. Houston off to a fast start. A 2-possession game already. 31 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Next week, Kansas City will close out the season hosting the Saints. And Houston next week will play at New England to wrap up their regular season. This is the Texans' final home game of the season. There's the kickoff from the 7-yard line. Bringing it back for Kansas City. Francis Floyd out to the 29-yard line in his second year out of Notre Dame. 1st and 10 Chiefs as Townsend comes back out. .27 seconds left here in the first quarter. Four wide for Kansas City. Townsend under center. Townsend hands off to Manning. And Von Manning around the outside gets the first down out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11. And that's Kansas City's first down. Comes on their 3rd possession. Von Manning in his 6th year out of Hawaii. And that will do it for the first quarter. Texans lead at 10-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to NRG Stadium. We go to the second quarter. 1st and 10 for the Chiefs at the 40-yard line. 4 wide. Townsend looking. Rolls out and gets sacked. An 8-yard sack on the tackle, Kevin Terrell, the second-year defensive end out of West Virginia. A loss of 8. It'll be 2nd and 18. Man, the Texans have dominated so far. Up 10-0. I mentioned before, these two teams played a couple of weeks ago. It was back in week 11 in Kansas City. The Chiefs won in overtime, 30-24. The rematch here today. These two teams in the NFC West. My divisions are a little different because I'm only using 28 teams. 4 wide, 2nd and 18. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. Townsend looking. Throws outside. Caught along the sideline. Making the catch, number 85. That must be 86. There is no 85. James Cooper. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 12. He got 6 yards on the play. Big 3rd down for the Chiefs at their own 38. 4 wide. Townsend back to throw. The southpaw looking. Throws downfield. Caught. Justin Vaden, the tight end, out to the 29. A 33-yard catch and run by Justin Vaden, the 11th year tight end out of Tennessee. First down, Kansas City. It was nearly tipped away by diving Zach Martin, but he couldn't quite get to it. 1st and 10, Kansas City from the Houston 29. 4 wide for the Chiefs. Townsend in the shotgun. 5 wide, actually. Townsend looking. Throws. Dumps it off. Oh, Vaden dropped it. He started looking before he caught it. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Stops the clock with 6:44 left. Yes. Master Vaden. Yes. 2nd and 10 from the 29-yard line. Townsend in the gun. 4 wide. Townsend looking. Townsend throws. And open is Cooper down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 19. That's not Cooper. That's number 85. Who is 85? Oh, there he is. Rashard Swift. I knew that. In his 8th year out of Alcorn State. We all are. Boys never totally grow up, Evil Dead. Our toys just get bigger and more expensive. 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Townsend in the gun. Townsend hands off to Manning. And Manning a yard to the 9. I have to grow old, but I don't have to grow up. That's my motto. A gain of a yard to be 2nd and 9 from the 9. Then get a first down at about the half-yard line. On 2nd down, 4 wide. Townsend in the gun. Townsend to Manning. And Manning makes his way down to the 4-yard line. You can borrow that. A gain of 5. It'll bring up 3rd and 4. So a big 3rd down for Kansas City. Trying to get back in the game. Down 10-0. 3rd and 4 from the Houston 4-yard line. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend looking. Townsend throws near side. Caught by Vaden. And he's in for the touchdown. A 4-yard touchdown catch by Justin Vaden, the tight end. You're selling your house? I thought you just moved there recently. I didn't know you were selling your house. Why? You getting a new job? You're relocating? You're moving? What's going on? And now Philip Marks for the extra point. Marks for the PAT. Snap, kick is up. And it's good. And the Texans lead is now 10-7. Oh, I thought you were going to tell me that you took a job in Nashville and you'll be doing games with me every night. I was ready for you to tell me you're moving to Nashville. Houston leads it now 10-7 with 5:19 left to play. Here in the first half. So the Kansas City gets on the board back in the game. I got you, Evil Dead. I got you. Marks will kick off. From the 6-yard line on the return. Bringing it back for the Texans, number 35. That's Xavier Hall in his 2nd year out of Butler on the return. And now Davis Warren comes back out. My goodness. Well, here in Tennessee, there's no state income tax. We love that. And they're fixing to get rid of sales tax on food. That goes into effect, I think, July 1st. We get a lot of tourism dollars here in Tennessee. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Warren hands off to Henderson around the outside. And Travion Henderson out to the 36-yard line. A gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. Wow, that is weird. I hate that for you, but have you picked out a new place to live? 2nd and 6 from the 36. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Throws near side. Caught. And breaking the tackle, turning upfield, is Xavier Hayes out to the 47-yard line. A 17-yard catch and run by Xavier Hayes. He breaks the tackle and picks up additional yardage. Not wrapping up there was Luke Crosby, the 6th-year safety out of UNLV. It's going to be in Pennsylvania. Okay. That's going to be a long commute, won't it? To work. 1st and 10 from the 47-yard line, 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren to Henderson. And Henderson to the 45-yard line. A gain of a yard, be 2nd and 9. I mean, you'd have to travel through Jersey to get to work. The northern part of Jersey if you're living in Pennsylvania. If I'm thinking about my geography. 2nd and 9 from the 45-yard line. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Warren throws, and it's nearly picked off. Leon Holmes nearly picked it off, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. The further away from the city, the better. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 9 from the 45-yard line. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back. Warren looking. Throws outside. Caught by Henderson. Turns upfield. And Travion Henderson down to the 33-yard line. A gain of 12 and a Houston 1st down. First and 10 from the 33. In the I formation, Warren under center. Warren hands off to Henderson up the middle. And Henderson picks up a yard. That's it. It'll be 2nd and 9. Injury timeout. Going to the sideline, number 97, Terry Eves, the defensive tackle. Second and 9 from the 32-yard line. I know that area of the country is very expensive to live. For whatever reason. 2nd and 9 from the 32. 3 receivers to the near side. Warren in the shotgun. Warren draws back. Looking. Throws downfield. Caught. Scott Sims down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 25. First down. Well, 30 miles. Okay. Well, 30 miles isn't bad. It'll be 1st and goal from the 7-yard line. Four wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun on 1st and goal. Warren looking. Warren throws underneath. And that's caught by Xavier Hayes down to the 3-yard line. A gain of 4. It's going to be 2nd and goal from the 3. Under 3 minutes left to play in the first half. Houston trying to make it a 2-score game again. Up 10-7. Texans come out 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren to Henderson. Touchdown. Houston. A 3-yard touchdown run. Travion Henderson, the rookie out of Ohio State. Yeah, house prices have just gone through the roof. They're that way here in Nashville because everyone's moving here now. There's a housing shortage. They can't keep up with demand. And now John Kim will come on for the extra point. Snap, kick is up, and the kick is good. Texans lead it 17-7. Back up by 10 with 2:43 left to play here in the first half. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. Wow. I don't know how people can afford that these days. I really don't. Kim will kick off from the 4-yard line on the return. This will be Francis Floyd out to the 28-yard line, and that's where Kansas City will have it 1st and 10. Then a pig and poo. 2:40 left to play here in the first half. Kansas City will have it 1st and 10 from their own 28. 2:40 left to play in the half. There's plenty of time for Kansas City to score again before halftime. Houston gets the second half kickoff. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend fakes the handoff, throws underneath, and he threw it at the feet of Rashard Swift. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Oh, she's doing dishes in the kitchen right now. 2nd and 10 from the 28-yard line. 4 wide for the Chiefs. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend looking. Townsend throws. Caught underneath by Justin Vaden out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 6. Make it a gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. Triple header tonight. We're going to do 2 games tomorrow. And then Saturday is going to be different. I'll explain here in a second. 3rd and 3 from the 34-yard line. Townsend looking. Townsend throws deep. Caught by Vaden out to the 46-yard line. And that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning here in the first half. Houston up 17-7. What we'll do Saturday early, like around noon Eastern time. Tell you in a second. Townsend looking. Throws deep downfield. Caught. Vaughn touchdown. Vaughn Manning. 54 yards out of the backfield down the sideline. And the Chiefs strike quickly to make it a 1-score game again. They answer the Texan touchdown with one of their own. Vaughn Manning, a pretty good back out of the backfield, or a pretty good receiver out of the backfield, in his 6th year out of Hawaii. I'll finish my Saturday story here in a second. Philip Marks will come on for the extra point to make it a 3-point game again. Snap, kick is up. Kick is good. And Houston now leads at 17-14. He's got a very nice touch. All right, Saturday. Okay, 2 games tomorrow, and then Saturday at around noon my time, 1 o'clock Eastern, we'll do 2 games. That will wrap up week 15. We'll take a break and then do 2 or 3 more games to start week 16. That's what we'll do on Saturday. We'll kind of like turn the corner. We'll wrap up week 15 and start week 16 on Saturday. There's the kickoff from the 3-yard line out over the 20. Because what I want to do is get the season over before the end of the month. On the return is Cam Robinson. Because there's going to be about a week and a half stretch where I won't be here because of the fair. And I want to get the season over by then. Should be able to. 1st and 10 Houston from the 25-yard line. Up 17-14. On 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Throws underneath. Caught. Making the catch that time is Jake Barker, the rookie tight end out of Texas. 6 yards out to the 31-yard line. Houston still has 3 timeouts. 1:35 and counting. Evil Dead, you are 1-12-75. 37 games over. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Warren throws. Caught by Henderson up the middle. And Travion Henderson out to the 50-yard line. A gain of 19. First down, Houston. Texans trying to get a score before halftime. I chatted with Grando last night, or yesterday afternoon, I should say. And he just said that he's been busy. And I think his hours have changed. He's working a little bit later, so it's hard for him to get up. First and 10 from the 50-yard line. Yeah, TMG was here last night, all 3 games. The pass by Warren out to DJ Welsh, out to the 42-yard line, a gain of 8 as they cross midfield into Kansas City territory. The Texans take a timeout with 48 seconds left. Houston trying to score before halftime, and they get the second half kickoff. Yeah, TMG was here all 3 games last night. He saw his Bengals upset the Bills. 4 wide. Warren in the gun. No, he didn't give me any picks tonight. Warren looking. Throws. And it's caught. Making the catch. Donovan Aaron out to the 29. And that'll be a gain of 13. Another Houston first down. Yeah, he was a happy camper last night. His Bengals beat the Bills, kept the Bills from clinching a playoff spot. 4 wide, first and 10. Warren looking, or out to the 29-yard line. No gain. Whoever caught that, I didn't see who it was. That was number 85, Donovan Allen. No gain. Houston takes a timeout. It'll be second and 10 from the 29-yard line. Yeah, they suck at the beginning of the season, and then they catch fire toward the end of the season. They've done that almost every time. Warren in the shotgun, looking. Second and 10, throws downfield, picked off. Bringing it back the other way, Eric Morales. Morales out to the 32-yard line to keep the Texans from scoring before halftime. Eric Morales, the 5th-year defensive back out of Montana, picks it off for the Chiefs. You jinxed them, Evil Dead. And now Jim Townsend comes out. Houston up 17-14, 13 seconds left here in the first half. This is a meaningless game. Both teams have been eliminated from the playoffs. They're just playing out the schedule. Townsend in the shotgun. Manning in motion. Townsend back. Townsend looking, throws out to Manning in the flat, turns upfield, and gets taken down at the 31-yard line. A loss of a yard. And that's going to do it. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Houston 17, Kansas City 14, here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to NRG Stadium. We start the second half. The Texans lead the Chiefs 17-14. Houston will get the second half kickoff. We're underway from the 6-yard line on the return. This will be Cam Robinson out to the 27-yard line. First and 10, Houston up by 3. Kansas City at 5 and 9. Houston at 4 and 10. Texans trying to get revenge from their loss to the Chiefs earlier this season. An overtime loss. On first and 10 from the 27-yard line, everybody in tight. Warren hands off to Henderson around the outside. And Henderson out to the 29-yard line, a gain of a yard. It'll be second and 9. Morales comes up and makes the tackle for the Chiefs. It'll be second and 9. Texans come out 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back. Steps up, throws, and led his receiver a little bit too much. Looking for Scott Sims, incomplete. It'll be 3rd and 9. 3rd and 9 from their own 29-yard line. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Warren in trouble, and he's going to get sacked back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of 8 yards on the sack there. Number 98, Kevin Crawford, the defensive end, gets the sack. And Houston goes 3 and out on their opening drive of the second half. They'll have to punt. Just a 3-point ball game. Houston up 17-14. And now coming on to punt, Justin Polk in his second year at Rice University. Local boy, played at Rice. Polk gets the punt away. From the 33-yard line on the return, bringing it back is Francis Floyd. Out to the 39-yard line. That's where Kansas City will have it, 1st and 10. A chance now for Kansas City to tie it up or take the lead. 6:56 left here in the third quarter. Been a disappointing season for both teams. Record-wise, Kansas City trying to get the season sweep over Houston. 1st and 10 from the 39. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend back. Throws near side. Caught coming across. Richard Swift out to the 46. A gain of 7. It'll be 2nd and 3. .640 and counting. Second and 3 from the 46-yard line. 4 receivers set wide. Townsend fakes the handoff. Townsend going to take off. He's got great speed. We know that. Out to the 44-yard line. A gain of 10. And a Kansas City first down into Houston territory. Chiefs on the move, trying to take the lead for the first time if they can. Houston got out to a 10-0 lead early. It's now 17-14. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. Townsend looking. Throws, and it got tipped at the line. Knocking it down. Number 92, that's Mark Potts. In his second year out of South Florida, the defensive tackle. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 44-yard line. Four wide for Kansas City. Townsend in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Townsend draws back. Throws quickly. Caught. Making the catch. Trey Graham out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 7 to bring up 3rd and 3. Big third down for the Chiefs. They're not quite in field goal range. 4 wide for Kansas City. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend to Manning. And Vaughn Manning only gets 2 yards to the 35. It'll be 4th and 1. On the tackle, number 58, Zach Martin. One of the Martin triplets in his 7th year out of Montana. His brother Ty, linebacker from Minnesota. His brother Ryan, a linebacker from New England. 4th and 1. They're going for it from the 35-yard line. Townsend in the shotgun. 4 wide. Townsend looking. Throws near side. Caught. Vaden. First down. A 7-yard catch by Justin Vaden. And one of the Texans got shaken up. Number 99, Caleb Mitchum, the defensive tackle. He'll go to the sideline. But it's a first down for Kansas City. They keep the drive alive. 4:59 left to play here in the third quarter. Houston up by 3, but Kansas City now in field goal range, looking to take the lead. 4 wide for the Chiefs. Townsend under center. Townsend looking. Throws quickly. Dumps it off to Trey Graham out to the 16-yard line. A gain of 8. First down, Kansas City. First down, Chiefs. That was actually a gain of 12. I'm sorry. My math. I need to brush up on my math. 4 wide, 1st and 10 for the 16-yard line. Townsend in the shotgun. Graham in motion. Townsend looking. Throws deep to the end zone. It's picked off in the back of the end zone. Intercepted by Kevin Potter, the former Dolphin, the 4th-year safety out of Washington. Just when you thought Kansas City might take the lead, they throw a pick. Great pick by Potter in the back of the end zone. Did he keep both feet in, though? They might review that. Just like a wide receiver, he's got to have both feet in. I bet you they review this because it was darn close. I'm just curious if they review it. It doesn't look like they're going to. No review. 1st and 10 on the touchback at the 20-yard line. Houston takes over, up by 3. 4:27 left in the 3rd quarter. 5 wide. Warren looking, throws outside. And that's caught by Xavier Hayes, but he gets hit for a 2-yard loss. Morales comes up and makes the hit. It'll be 2nd and 12. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. We have the Giants and the Eagles up next. We'll head to Philadelphia for that one. This is the last of the early afternoon games. We'll start the late afternoon games next. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. 2nd and 12. Warren back. Sets up a screen pass to Henderson down the sideline. And Henderson out to the 22-yard line. A gain of 4. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 8 for Houston. .340 and counting. 4 wide for the Texans. Warren in the shotgun. Warren looking. Throws down the middle. Caught. Donovan Allen on the catch out to the 37-yard line. A gain of 15 and a first down for the Texans. Donovan Allen in his 5th year out of Southern Miss. Houston now on the move. Out to their own 37. 4 receivers set wide. Warren in the gun. A draw play to Henderson. Tries to get outside. Only picks up a yard. It'll be 2nd and 9. 3 minutes left. We're in the 3rd quarter. Houston up by 3. 3 receivers to the near side. On 2nd and 9. Warren back. Throws, dumps it off. Scott Sims, the tight end, breaking tackles. And Sims all the way down to the Kansas City 43-yard line. 18 yards on the catch and run by Scott Sims, the 3rd-year tight end out of Dartmouth, the Ivy Leaguer. There are an awful lot of Ivy Leaguers on these rosters, I've noticed. A great many. Rumbling and stumbling. 1st and 10. Texans at the Kansas City 43. Warren in the gun. 1st and 10. Warren looking. Throws. It got tipped at the line. Incomplete. I didn't see who tipped it. But it's incomplete. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10. 2:15 left here in the 3rd quarter. On 2nd and 10, 4 wide. Warren under center. Warren looking, throws, dumps it off, and is caught by Sims to the 39-yard line. A gain of 4. On the tackle, number 54, Daniel Spence, in his 2nd year out of Tulane. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 6 from the 39-yard line. Less than 2 minutes left to play here in the 3rd quarter. 4 receivers wide. Warren in the gun. Warren looking. Warren throws down the middle. Caught. Xavier Hayes down to the 9-yard line. A 30-yard gain by Hayes. First down, Houston at the Kansas City 9. First and goal. Xavier Hayes, the fifth-year receiver out of Arizona State. Texans now trying to make it a two-score game again if they can get a touchdown. First and goal from the 9 in the I formation. Warren to Henderson, and Henderson back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. It'll be second and goal from the 9-yard line. 1:16 and counting. Coming up on 1 minute left to play in the third quarter. Warren comes out in the shotgun on second and goal. Warren, inside handoff to Henderson. And Henderson picks up 2 down to the 7-yard line. Coming up to make the tackle, Steve Warner, the 12th-year safety out of Temple. Third and goal from the 7-yard line. We're down to 42 seconds. Texans come out, just 2 receivers wide to the far side. Warren in the shotgun. Henderson goes out as a receiver. Warren draws back. In trouble now, rolls out, and Warren's going to take off, and he gets the touchdown. A 7-yard touchdown run. Around the left side, everybody cleared out. That gave him a running lane. And the Texans go up 23-14. They're up by 9. They've made it a 2-possession game. John Kim will come on for the extra point. Evil Dead likes that. For the PAT, the kick by Kim is up and good. Houston leads 24-14. Well, they certainly looked like it the other day. That wasn't last night, but the night before. They did look good. Ravens just rolled all over them. Texans up by 10 with 20 seconds left to play here in the third quarter. John Kim will kick off. We have the Giants in Philadelphia. Next, we'll be at the link for that one. There's the kickoff. From the 5-yard line on the return. This will be Francis Floyd. And Floyd out to the 38-yard line. Not a bad return. 16 seconds left. Kansas City down by 10. Here in the third quarter. Jim Townsend will come back out. Everybody in tight on 1st and 10. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend back. Townsend looking, throws downfield, and it's dropped. Vaden dropped it, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. 12 seconds left here in the third quarter. On 2nd and 10, 4 receivers set wide. Townsend under center. Townsend to Manning, and Von Manning, no gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. And that's going to do it for the third quarter. Houston up 24-14 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. We start the fourth quarter. Kansas City has it 3rd and 10 from their own 38, a big third down. Townsend looking. Townsend throws outside, caught by Trey Graham. He's going to end up short of the first down. He picks up 7. It'll be 4th and 3. Coming up to make the tackle, number 20, Jack Falco. Nice tackle by Falco, the second-year back, defensive back out of Maryland. Let's see if the Chiefs go for it. 4th and 3 from their own 45. They're going to. I like the call. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. 4th and 3. Townsend back. Townsend looking. In trouble now. He's going to scramble and take off. Picks up the first down out to the 49-yard line. A gain of 6. First down, Kansas City. I like the more aggressive play calling. Chiefs now at the Houston 49. 4 wide. Townsend under center. Townsend looking. Steps up and takes off again. He picks up 4 down to the 45-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 6. 6:50 and counting. Four wide for the Chiefs. Townsend in the shotgun. In motion now is Vaden. Townsend looking. Throws downfield. Caught. James Cooper down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 28 yards to Cooper, the 8th-year receiver out of TCU. Big gain for Kansas City. Down by 10, trying to get back in the game. He tried to make his cut, and he stepped out of bounds. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line. Chiefs trying to make it a one-possession game. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Townsend to Manning. And Vaughn Manning a yard to the 16. It'll be 2nd and 9. Bruce Crawford on the tackle. Coming up on 6 minutes left to play in regulation. 2nd and 9 from the 16-yard line. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. Townsend looking. Townsend throws underneath. Caught by Vaden. Coming across. Down to the 6-yard line. A gain of 10 and a first down for Kansas City. Justin Vaden in his 11th year out of Tennessee. 5.5 minutes left. 1st and goal for the Chiefs at the Houston 6. Chiefs come out 5 wide, but everybody in tight. Townsend under center. Townsend looking. Throws quickly and gets it out to Trey Graham. Touchdown, Kansas City. A 6-yard touchdown catch by Trey Graham. And the Chiefs are back in it. They make it a one-score game. Trey Graham in his 5th year out of the University of Washington. Philip Marks will come on, the 4th-year kicker out of Kentucky, for the extra point. Marks for the PAT to make it a 3-point game. Snap, kick is up, and it's good. Houston's lead is 24-21. 5:19 left. For Kansas City, they're going to try to get a stop. For Houston, they're going to try to eat up as much time as they can and get another score. NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas, Week 15, here at Jammin' Sports. 5:19 left in regulation. Marks will kick off from the 6-yard line on the return. Bringing it back, number 82, Cam Robinson. And Robinson out to the 27-yard line. And that's where Houston will take over, 1st and 10. Davis Warren, he's had a pretty good day, all things considered. $5:15 left. Let's see what Houston can do here. The Texans will start from their own 27-yard line. 4 receivers wide. Warren under center. Warren fakes the handoff, throws outside to Scott Sims, who'll end up losing 2 yards as Luke Crosby came up and made the tackle. The 6th-year safety out of UNLV. And that'll bring up 2nd and 12 from the 25-yard line. Under 5 minutes left. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren back. Warren looking. He's going to take off. And Warren out to the 32-yard line. A gain of 7. Make it a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 6. 4:35 and counting. Big third down coming up for Houston here. And a big third down for Kansas City. Trying to get a stop. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. 3rd and 6. Warren back. Warren looking. Throws. Caught. Donovan Allen out to the 45-yard line. A gain of 13 and a first down for Houston. Luke Crosby on the tackle. But first down, Texans. Gracie's here. Say hi.
Hi. Evil Dead is the ball.
Don't you know it? 1st and 10 from the 45-yard line. Warren hands off to Henderson. And Henderson picks up only a yard out to the 46-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 9. She's already left, Evil Dead. She didn't stick around. It'll be 2nd and 9 from the 46-yard line. Four wide, 3 to the far side. 2nd and 9 from the 46. Henderson goes out as a receiver. Empty backfield now. Warren draws back. Warren looking. In trouble. Warren tries to slide through, but he's going to be sacked back at the 40-yard line. A loss of 7. Arthur Randall on the sack, number 91. The 5th-year defensive tackle out of Harvard. It'll be 3rd and 16 for Houston. Coming up on 3 minutes left. Just a 3-point lead by the Texans. And they face a 3rd and 16. 4 wide. Warren in the shotgun. Warren takes the snap. In trouble. It's a blitz. And they get him on the safety blitz. Steve Warner. A loss of 9. Back to the 30-yard line. It'll be 4th and 25. Warner came running in there. The veteran safety, well-executed safety blitz. Got to give credit where credit's due. It'll be 4th and 25. The Texans will have to punt. Kansas City's going to get the ball back with a chance to either tie it up or take the lead. Coming up on the 2-minute warning here soon. Back to punt, Justin Polk. Gets the punt away. It'll be fielded at about the 27-yard line. Bringing it back, Francis Floyd out to the 37 as we hit the 2-minute warning. Comes officially with 1:55 left to play here in the 4th quarter. Live from NRG Stadium, Houston, Texas. Week 15 here at Jammin' Sports. For a meaningless game, it's been a good one. It's a tight game. Texans up 24-21. 5 wide, empty backfield. Townsend in the shotgun. Townsend looking. Townsend throws deep down the sideline, and Vaden can't hold on. He was covered by the linebacker, Aaron Walls. Nice play by Walls, knocking the ball away. The 2nd-year linebacker out of Stanford. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 37-yard line. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. 2nd and 10. Townsend looking. Throws. Gets it outside to Vaden. And Vaden comes across and gets to the 49 of Houston. And that'll be a gain of 14 yards. First down, Kansas City. All they have to do is get in field goal range. We can force overtime. 1:30 left. From the Houston 49, Townsend in the shotgun, 4 wide. Townsend looking. Townsend throws underneath. Caught by Vaden. A gain of 6. Down to the 43-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 4. A minute 10 and counting. Letting the clock run. We're down to almost a minute. 4 wide for the Chiefs on 2nd and 4. Swift in motion. Townsend back. Throws underneath. Richard Swift out to the 35-yard line. A gain of 8, and that'll be a Kansas City first down. They take a timeout with 50 seconds left. I wouldn't play for overtime. I'd try to win it if I can. Always try to win it outright if you can. 1st and 10 from the Texan 35. 5 receivers wide, empty backfield. Townsend back. Townsend throws outside, and that's caught by Vaughn Manning down to the 27, a gain of 8. And Kansas City calls their second timeout with 45 seconds left. Now the Chiefs are in field goal range. Houston up 24-21. Their first game went to overtime back in week 11. Kansas City won that one. 2nd and 2 from the 27-yard line. 4 wide. Townsend in the shotgun. Vaden in motion. Townsend back. Townsend steps up and gets the first down out to the 19-yard line. A gain of 8. And the clock is running. We're down to 30 seconds. The Chiefs, I bet they're going to kick a field goal here. Down to 15 seconds. Townsend back to throw. Looking. Got to throw to the end zone. Throws. It's picked off. That's going to preserve the win for the Texans. Number 28, Ray Thomas, picks it off with 5 seconds left. Oh, they should have kicked the field goal. Houston's going to hold on. Ray Thomas, a game-winning interception. They were looking for Richard Swift, and Thomas stepped in front and picked it off. The 8th-year safety out of Iowa preserves the win for Houston. Houston will go to 5-10. Kansas City will drop to 5-10. And Evil Dead is going to go to 113-75. Evil Dead is now 38 games over 500. They hand off to Henderson. And that's ball game. Your final score, Houston 24, Kansas City 21. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Giants Eagles up next. We'll see you then.